Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Civil resistance, 1970s to 1980s, South Africa. Question. The philosophy of Steve Biko and the Black consciousness movement played an important role in organizing Black South Africans against the apartheid regime in the 1960s and 1970s. Critically discuss this statement. Substantiate your answer with relevant historical evidence. Introduction. The apartheid regime in South Africa systematically oppressed Black South Africans, depriving them of basic human rights, dignity, and political power. Following the banning and imprisonment of key leaders of the African National Congress, ANC, and Pan-Africanist Congress, PAC, in the 1960s, a political vacuum emerged. It was in this context that Steve Biko and the Black Consciousness Movement, BCM, emerged as key forces in organizing Black South Africans to resist white domination. The philosophy of Black consciousness played a crucial role in empowering the oppressed majority, restoring pride, identity, and self-confidence among Black South Africans. This essay critically discusses the significant contributions of Steve Biko and the Black consciousness movement in mobilizing Black resistance against apartheid, using historical evidence to substantiate the argument. In the wake of the Sharpeville Massacre in 1960, the apartheid government banned the African National Congress, ANC, and the Pan-African Congress, PAC, leaving a political vacuum in the resistance movement. The imprisonment of key political leaders, such as Nelson Mandela and Robert Sobukwe, created a leadership void, and the resistance efforts were significantly weakened. This period of suppression set the stage for the rise of alternative movements, such as the Black consciousness movement, which sought to continue the fight for liberation through a new philosophical framework. The Black consciousness movement, spearheaded by Steve Biko, infused Black South Africans with a sense of pride and identity. Biko's philosophy encouraged Black people to accept themselves, build self-confidence, and embrace self-reliance. Black consciousness empowered Black individuals to reject the spirit of self-pity, inferiority complexes, self-alienation, and domination by external forces. This philosophy was a psychological revolution, which played a critical role in challenging apartheid by fostering mental and emotional liberation among Black South Africans. Biko and the Black conscious movement played a vital role in organizing Black South Africans around the philosophy of Black consciousness. In 1968, Black students, frustrated with the white-dominated National Union of South African Students, NUSAS, broke away to form the South African Students' Organization, SASO. SASO adopted the philosophy of Black consciousness, and under the leadership of Biko, it became a powerful platform for university students. Additionally, the South African Students' Movement, SASM, was formed for school students, further expanding the reach of Black consciousness. In 1972, the Black People's Convention, BPC, was established, drawing together students, churches, communities, and trade unions under the philosophy of Black consciousness. The philosophy of Black consciousness also extended to the labor sector. Workers, inspired by Black consciousness, began organizing themselves to resist exploitation and poor working conditions. The Black Allied Workers Union, BAWU, was formed in the early 1970s, and in 1973, worker strikes erupted in Durban, marking a significant moment in the labor movement's resistance to apartheid. The strikes were indicative of the growing influence of Black consciousness in mobilizing not only students, but also the broader working class. After Biko's banishment to King Williamstown, the focus of Black consciousness shifted towards community programs aimed at promoting independence from white control. The Black community programs sought to support Black South Africans without reliance on white assistance. Notable examples include the Zanempilo Health Clinic, Ginsberg Educational Trust, Zimela Trust Fund, Selempilo Community Health Center, Ithusing Community Health Program, and Winter School projects. These initiatives demonstrated the practical application of Black consciousness in uplifting Black communities, providing essential services, and fostering a sense of collective empowerment. The introduction of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction in schools in 1975 sparked widespread anger among black students and teachers, who viewed the language as the tongue of the oppressor. SASO and SASM, both influenced by Biko's philosophy, played a key role in the formation of the Soweto Students' Representative Council, SSRC. On June 16, 1976, students in Soweto protested against the use of Afrikaans in schools. The police responded with violence, and one of the first casualties was Hector Peterson, a 13-year-old boy. The Soweto uprising marked a turning point in the anti-apartheid struggle and showcased the power of black consciousness in mobilizing black youth against oppression. The media also played an essential role in spreading the ideals of black consciousness. Newspapers like The World, which were sympathetic to the black consciousness philosophy, helped disseminate the movement's ideas to a broader audience. The role of the media was critical in raising awareness and inspiring black South Africans to resist the apartheid regime. The philosophy of Steve Biko and the black consciousness movement was instrumental in organizing black South Africans against the apartheid regime in the 1960s and 1970s. By instilling a sense of pride, identity, and self-reliance, Biko empowered black individuals to reject the inferiority complex imposed by apartheid. The formation of SASO, the Black People's Convention, and the organization of labor movements, community programs, and student protests were direct results of black consciousness philosophy. The impact of black consciousness extended to every facet of black life in South Africa, mobilizing a new generation to challenge the apartheid system. Steve Biko's legacy continues to inspire those fighting for freedom and justice, and his role in the anti-apartheid movement remains a critical chapter in South African history.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.